Here we go, coming to the green. Green flag is out. YCCCS Daytona 500 is underway as Ray Selson will lead them to the line. And there you go. Roll Tide Roll and Ray Selson out in front here early in the race. We're going to see these guys up front quite a bit. I am almost certain. I'm sure one of these guys could be a contender now. As you see, Roll Tide Roll is going to head out into the lead. You got Masoon out in second out of the YCCS drivers. So these two have kind of separated themselves from the group by quite a large margin here. We'll see if the rest of the pack can come back up and draft the way back to these two. Lap 1 will go to Roll Tide Roll. And we're definitely going to see these guys up front a lot today. Roll Tide going to continue his lead here. We'll see if Masoon is going to get the lead here. He's going to be on the outside lane now. And yes, he will. He will take the lead. Going into turns 3. And now 4. He has cleared him. And now Ray Selson back up here. Selson's going to come to the bottom, and he's going to take that second place from Roll Tide Roll. Going into lap 3 now. Roll Tide Roll going to come back and clear the 40 of Ray Selson now. We'll see if Roll Tide Roll can get a good run and get that lead back. I don't know yet. We're going to slow down so we can help these these 3 guys. Jimmy Johnson does not have a YCCS driver, so no points will count for him. But these other 3 guys up here, not including myself, are they are YCCS drivers now. And I think this lap will go to Masoon. Yep. Roll Tide Roll. Jimmy Johnson tried to make a 3 wide there. It's not going to work out. He's going to go back behind Roll Tide Roll and there. And continue pushing him. Hopefully getting him to the lead. We'll see, though. Just these 5 cars up here early in the early stages of this race, though. We'll see if anyone else can make a change. Turns 3 and 4. Nobody's made a run yet. Got Ray Selson on the outside, and Roll Tide Roll's going to get there now. Ooh, the 40 of Ray Selson got into the wall there. I think I might have hit him into there. I'm going to do my best to not hit anybody into the wall today, but when you're just trying to get in on the action, but you're not trying to get the lead, it's a little bit difficult because you have to pay attention to helping your YCCS drivers, but you don't want to hit the other ones either. Now, you'll see me hit the non-YCCS drivers a few times, and that's just so they don't take the lead of the race and lead a lap, because it makes it way harder for me when a non-YCCS driver leads the lap, because then I have to decide, well, who's a driver who's the YCCS driver who is the highest out of all of them in that lap, because I don't have any proof that one of them led a lap. That time it was a Roll Tide Roll, though, as we are 5 laps into the Daytona 500 now. Got Masoon clearing me there. Now Ray Selson's going to try to pass me, which I think I let him. I don't remember. Oh, no, I guess I hit him. But yeah, Roll Tide Roll out to a big lead now. But this push I'm giving to Masoon might set Roll Tide roll a little bit back, and that might be bad. But it looks like he'll be fine. He's keeping that lead pretty well. He should lead this lap. Coming to the line, it is him. We make a little bit of contact there with Masoon. Here comes Jimmy Johnson now. Ray Selson's still back there. And it's really just us 5 up here right now, so not much. The other drivers are kind of farther back, and I wonder if that's because I hit somebody, but I don't really know who I would have hit. See if Masoon can actually try to pass Roll Tide Roll here. I think he's on his bottom, definitely on his bottom now. But now I'm pushing Roll Tide Roll. I head back to the inside to block Jimmy Johnson, but I can't go up. I can't go high now because Roll Tide Roll's there. And I think I hit him into the wall just now. Like I said, though, I'm going to try my best not to do that. And I think they'll be fine because it's a pack of 3 versus a pack of 2. And as long as I don't draft Masoon here, they'll catch up pretty easily. So they should be fine, those 3 cars right there. And I can still see them in my rear view. So yeah, as long as I don't draft Masoon at all, then we'll be fine. And they'll catch up. I think they're already catching up if I see correctly, but it might take them a few laps, and that's all right. Yeah, I'm just trying my best to not give any push or run to Masoon. I want them to catch up to him, so it's a more exciting race here. That's 8 laps in. Masoon's got a good lead on me now. I definitely have the fastest car because I'm on easy difficulty, and I got the best, what I think the best setup is for Daytona. I'm not sure where I got it from, but I didn't create it myself. Either way, I think they are falling back a little bit, but I know that they catch up here soon. Coming here, I'm giving Masoon a little too much of a draft here. I'm gonna have to get under him or do something so where I'm not pushing him. That would not be good. So coming here into lap 10 now. Masoon continues to lead. And leading laps is a big part of the point standings here. You get 5 points for every led lap and 20 points for the most laps led, but you only get 50 points if you win. Pole position's 20 points as well. Hard charger gets you 5 points. If you and a tough break would make you lose 3 points. So if you DNF, then DNF only gets you 3 points. So if you DNF and get tough break, you get 0 points for that entire weekend. As we're coming to the line here, that's the first 10 laps completed, and Masoon's going to lead another one. Like I said earlier, I'm sure these guys behind us are catching up. I think they already are catching up, which is a good thing, because the sooner they catch up, the better racing we're going to get. That's why I'm staying on the side of Masoon, so I don't draft him at all. That just gives them a better chance. It's coming in. This race kind of to me, it feels like it's going by quick, but it should be a good amount of time. It's kind of surprising we don't have a caution already. And look how spread out the field is now. Yeah, they're definitely catching up to us now. They're right behind me, and I'm right behind Masoon, so. Jimmy Johnson's leading that pack, though, which is not a good thing. I don't want him leading the lap, because that's going to make it way harder for me. So I'm going to draft. I got to block him, which also means I have to draft Masoon farther ahead again. So that's kind of a bad thing, but I mean, we're still getting the blocks on him, so that's all that matters, really. In case you guys don't know, I don't really know my own schedule. I just hit him into the wall again, so that's going to send them back a little bit. But not as far back as last time, I don't think. Okay, it still sent them pretty far back, but they'll still catch up again. But in the meantime, Masoon's going to be getting a lot of points from leading all these laps. I'm going to kind of slow down so I can get back up to these guys and help them draft up to him. I just don't want anyone else getting thrown out of the pack. Also, we'll get the opportunity to see the guys who are way back here. So, 45 of Kyle Petty, so that's not anyone. That's not a YCCS driver, so we don't really have to worry about him. But the 28 car, that's Dilemma driving that one. Yeah, hopefully I can draft these guys back up in time. So it's not Masoon getting all the points for leading the laps. I think right now he'd probably also be getting the extra 20 points for leading the most laps, but I'm not sure. I'd guess so, because we've completed 13 laps, and he's been leading for a while now. You can see we're drafting these guys back up to him, though. Got Ray Selson on my outside. I'm pushing Roll Tide Roll. And then we still have Jimmy Johnson in front. So, yeah. I'm just doing my best to not wreck anybody else or throw anybody else into the wall, because that really does not make the race any more exciting, and it's really not the best Daytona 500 I've seen out of NASCAR Thunder 2003. Because, I mean, look how spread out the pack is already. And I think some of that is my fault, but I was hoping we'd at least get something a little bit more exciting. Yeah, but here comes Roll Tide Roll. He's going to be challenging Masoon for the lead now. I almost hit Masoon, but I luckily didn't. And yeah, Roll Tide Roll's going to lead this lap. So we're going to start getting to that point where we're going to start needing fuel. Only half, our fuel tank's halfway empty. I had to go up high to block Jimmy, and then I had to do it again. Made slight contact with Masoon there, but it wasn't anything that was going to hurt him too bad. But yeah. I'm just happy we have YCCS drivers up here, because I have a feeling later in the season we're probably going to have one or two races where there's not even a YCCS driver contending. I think I hit Jimmy Johnson a little bit here, just so he falls back and gives these YCCS drivers a better chance for leading laps and or winning. But Roll Tide Roll getting another lap led there, so he has a chance to contend for those extra 20 points. Ray Selson's getting extra 20 points already, even if he doesn't lead a single lap, because he got the pole for this race out of all the YCCS drivers, because he started second, and I was on the pole, so he technically got the pole anyways, because I don't count even compared to the other drivers who aren't YCCS. So he technically had the best lap. So I'm going to go ahead and let him by me too as we get into lap 18. See, Masoon's challenging Roll Tide Roll, but Roll Tide Roll's going to clear him here coming out of the tri-oval. Jimmy Johnson's trying to get back up here into the top four. He's trying to get by our guys. I think I made slight contact with him again. I just don't want him up here trying to lead any laps or make my job any harder than it already is, because if you notice the camera changing, I had to end the recording after every 10 laps so I could mark down who gets points for every led lap and make sure it's going right. And that's not the easiest thing to do. Coming back into the tri-oval, it's going to be roll tide roll once again. Masoon had the same lap interval that he did 2 laps ago, 102.102. But it looks like Ray Selson going to try to challenge him now on the bottom. That gave me a tough decision. Which one do I push? And I decide right here I'm going to go with Masoon, because then I'm sure I'll lose the draft. And yeah, see, I think I stepped on the brakes a little bit there, but still. So it looks like Masoon and Ray are going to try to build up a run to where they can pass Roll Tide Roll, but it's not going so well because Roll Tide Roll's got such a big lead. But it looks like he got to the inside, possibly. Nope, Roll Tide Roll is going to clear him there again. Still trying to make that move, however. Yeah, but he's on the outside, and I'm going to go ahead and push him now. Because, I want a variety of leaders here. I know Ray hasn't led a lap, and Masoon has led a lot of laps, so I probably shouldn't be pushing him. But I decided to anyways. Plus, I'll still fall back to 4th because of that inside lane. It's going to have the advantage. But, yeah. See if Ray Selson could possibly pass Masoon for 2nd place. But it looks like, coming to the line, Roll Tide Roll is going to lead 20 laps into the race. And we're going to see how long he is able to keep that lead here. Because you have Ray Selson and Masoon trying to chase after him here. Almost halfway through the race, and it has really feel like it's been really quick to me. But you guys let me know in the comments if you guys think we should make the races longer, or if we should make them shorter, or if they're just right. But yeah. Masoon might get passed here by Ray Selson. They're side by side now for 2nd. So we come to the line. Another lap led for the number 6 of Roll Tide Roll. Who's going to get the better run here? Roll Tide Roll's going to head to the inside. Ray Selson will get the draft advantage here, and that's going to make Masoon fall back down to 3rd. Remember, these guys are going to have to pit here in a few laps. And that should be the only time they have to pit all day. Unless their pit strategy is really that bad. Ooh, looks like we have a car here that's smoking. Is that a YCCS driver? Oh, it is. That's Dale Earnhardt Jr. I think it's Trey Baker in the number 8 car, if I remember correctly. So that is not a good sign for him. That if he DNFs and gets the tough break, he's getting 0 points this entire weekend. That would be a bad start to the season for him. Yeah, but it looks like while that was happening, Ray Selson's going to come out here and take the lead now from Roll Tide Roll. I think he led that lap, too. Yeah, our fuel's starting to wear down. I'm sure theirs are, too. Masoon kind of fell back there a little bit. We'll see if he can get back up to us 3 and these 2 YCCS drivers. Here comes Roll Tide Roll. He's going to be trying to take the lead back here. It's not going to be enough to lead this lap, but will it be enough to take the lead? No. Ray Selson's going to go ahead and clear him. Roll Tide Roll's now going to get on the outside of Ray Selson. He's going to be trying to take this lead back. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. It looks like I'm trying to draft both cars, but I'm going to see what happens here. Roll Tide Roll's going to go ahead and clear Ray Selson for the lead now. I think Masoon is catching up. I can't really tell. See, my tires are starting to get worn too. Pit cycles are coming up. Who's going to lead this lap? It is close. It's going to be the 40 of Ray Selson by 0.02 of a second. That is insane. Ray Selson barely gets those 5 points right there. And here comes Masoon now. He is back up. Ray Selson now clearing him for the lead. And Masoon is right back with these boys. He's looking to get that lead back. If the race keeps going the way it is, these three are going to be way ahead of the other YCCS drivers. I mean, it's not even going to be close either. These three have been the only cars who have led laps, the only pole. Ray Selson got the pole, so yeah, these drivers, no matter where they finish, one of them could wreck out, honestly, and they'd still be ahead of most of the drivers, I bet. Especially if they keep leading laps. Looks like Masoon's going to be trying to draft his way into second place now. I'm going to start pitting here in a few laps. And Roll Tide Roll is going to clear Masoon for second place as Ray Selson continues to lead this race. I think the way it's going here, it's going to be one of these three drivers to win, and it does appear to me that Trey Baker is out of the race. He's staying in the pit stall. Doesn't appear like he's coming out, so I'm guessing that was a blown tire from all the smoke, but who knows? He might have blown his engine. We just don't know. I believe the 28 of Dilemma is in 4th right now. Well, I mean, technically she's in 6th, but 4th out of the YCCS drivers is where she's at. We got very low fuel, so I'm pretty sure I do come in this lap or the next lap after, but I don't remember very well. Either way, we're going to see if Roll Tide Roll's going to challenge Ray for the lead. He's going to get Max to his inside, and here we come into the pit. Ray Selson's going to go ahead and lead that lap as well. And I'm going way slower than I had to be. I could have went 70 miles per hour, and I was only going 45. So that's going to hurt me a little bit in pit cycles, but fear not, we're still going to get back up to the pack and watch the end of this race. But I think I'll have a time stamp if you guys want to skip to when we're back to the pack, or if or when we're done with our pit cycle. Well, yeah, when pit cycles are over, maybe. Either one. I'll show it right here, or maybe. Well, I probably showed it already, but you know. So we're going to get out of the pits all the way in dead last, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We're going to make our way back up there. I think we're the only car who did pit. But yeah, I'll stop my commentary until we get up to the pack or when pit cycles are over. Just like when the timestamp is, I'll get it back over there. But yeah. Okay, guys, we're back. We kind of went through a few laps. We're past halfway. I think we already were when I went into pit, but we definitely are now. You can see the leaders in front of me right there. We're back up to 4th. If you guys watched the if you guys didn't skip to the timestamp, you saw how I had to go all the cars I had to go through to get back up to these 3, but they're up back by a pack again. I'm pretty sure Ray Sosin has led all of these laps this entire time, if I remember right. Coming to the line here, he's going to lead one more. Yeah, it's just a great performance for all 3 of these drivers right here. I mean, it's definitely going to be one of them to get the win, I'd assume. Unless something were to happen, which at the moment, it definitely could. I mean, you've seen how many times I've hit the cars already, but yeah, if I've hit you today, or if I end up hitting you, just know it's not on purpose. I'm not trying to rig the race. And usually when I accidentally hit somebody, I at least try to help them back up to the pack. And you'll see that here in the future races to come. You see Ray Sellison kind of was bumping Roll Tide Roll there. Masoon Courteau is going to lead that lap again. We are winding down, getting to the ending stages of this race. Only 15 to go. That's going to be Roll Tide Roll clearing the 40 for the lead. The 40 is going to lose some traction. We're going to go down here and help him back up. And just imagine if we get to these lap cars, because you see how spread out the field is in the map on the top left corner of your screen here. That would be insane. But yeah, having a pretty good race, I would say. Might not be the most exciting Daytona 500 ever, but I mean, these 3 have been battling, and it's going to be interesting to see which one of them could win. And it would be a surprise because you see the 28 and the 24 there, they could win this race too. It's just all depends on what happens because we could still get a caution. So got 14 laps left in this race. There is always time for another caution. Oh, by the way, as I'm voicing this over right now, the NASCAR race at Las Vegas is going on, and Kyle Larson's leading it. It'd be interesting to see if he wins, honestly. But back to the YouTube Coca-Cola Cup Series action here. We got Roll Tide Roll and Ray Selson going after Masoon Courteau. And Masoon's going to lead this lap, but here comes that 6 car. He's looking for that first place spot. Will he get it? I think Masoon has him cleared here. Yes, he does, but the 40's sticking with the 6, so. And that's another tire failure car right there. That's going to be Casey Atwood, so we don't really have to worry about him. But would that cause a caution? I don't think so. He is under the apron, so under the double yellow line. So, yeah. Here comes that 40 looking for it. And here we go, coming out of turn 4. Oh, I put the 6 into the wall. I don't know for sure if that was my fault or if it wasn't, but yeah, I'm gonna have to help him now. That's why you're gonna see me slow down here. I have to help him, really. And apparently I'm gonna slow down these other cars behind him too. I think that was my fault. So I'm gonna go down here and help him try to get back to the pack, because I don't really want to ruin his race, because you know, if that really is my fault, which I'm pretty sure it is, we're going to have a replay of it here soon. I don't want to ruin his race just by bumping him into the wall. So, yeah, taking a look at the replay here, we're going to go, yeah, that's my fault. I should not have came up the track there. He was even slower, yeah. Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I don't think I really predicted that he would be there. But, yeah, now I've got to help him. You're gonna see me try to draft him back up to the pack, but he's up with these guys now. The 28 of Dilemma, and I don't really remember at the moment who drives the 24. But yeah. I'm trying my best to get all of you guys memorized of who's driving what car. So if whoever's driving the 24, I apologize for forgetting your name at the moment. But yeah, that kind of sucks for the 6 car. I hope I can get him drafted back up here, cause if not, I just ruined his race completely. And I don't know if we're gonna have enough drafting power to get back up to those 2 cars of Masoon and Ray Selson. But we're gonna try our best. Dilemma's gonna help us a little bit here too, it seems, along with the 24. We got 10 laps left, so I'm hoping that should be enough time. But yeah, they're way ahead of us right now, so it's gonna take a little bit of hard work here to get back up there. I'm gonna have to hit the 24 a little bit, because my main focus is helping the 6, not these other guys. Of course, I can help the other guys too. That's not a problem. It's just, that it's completely my fault for what happened to the 6, and I feel like I have to help him. I just don't know if we're gonna have enough time to get him up there. And I'm gonna rub myself against the wall that time. Yeah, we're getting to the closing stages of this race, and looks like the 24 now is trying to get through the six and pass him. So I think what we might have to do is we have to give up on pushing the 6, and instead what we're gonna have to do is go all the way back up there, catch up to those other guys, and brake check them so that the 6 and these other 2 guys can catch up. But let's see how long that would take, because I don't know if we have enough time to do that either. But yeah, they're just way too out ahead for us to just go out, because you can barely see them right now. They're way up there. So I think what I might have to do is not push the 6, but instead slow down those other 2 cars so that the 6 and the other guys can catch up, because I need to give the 6 another chance, because that was completely my fault that I messed him up there. And you're going to start seeing, I think you're going to see me start heading up my way up there, making my way up there. Because we are catching up, it's just not fast enough. We just don't got enough time to do it. So right now I'm just debating if I should keep pushing the 6, or if I should go up there and pass those guys. Because I think if I go now, I probably could catch back up to them with how fast of a car I have, and since I'm on easy mode. So I almost ruined his race again there. Had to bump the 28 a little bit so he wouldn't pass the 6 as well. Or she wouldn't pass the 6 as well. There's just not much laps left here. And you're going to see me now. We're giving up on pushing the 6. We're going to go over there and step on the brakes right in front of those other 2 guys. And they're going to have to step on the brakes too. And I know they won't hit they won't wreck. So we should be fine. And we only have 6 laps left to catch up to them. So we're going to see if I can do it. And I think I have a car that can do it. This car is just blazing hot. Yeah, we're seeing some good drivers who are not up here right now either.
course, we are seeing some of our good drivers, but yeah, there's no Matt Kenseth. There's no Tony Stewart. Haven't seen any of those guys today. Of course, Kenseth and Stewart were starting in the 20s and 30s and 20s, but still. There's just 5 laps to go. You can see I'm a little bit better now in front of me, so we're going to see if it's possible to get up to him and give these guys behind me one last chance to get the win. We'll see how it turns out. Only 4 laps left, too, so you can definitely tell I'm catching up, though, now. I was 5 seconds behind him. Now I'm only 2. So, yeah. We're going to see what we can do here. Barely any time to do this. So, it's now or never, really. And our car's fast enough that we should be able to catch up to him just in time.
Alright. Well, we only have 3 laps to go now. And we're only 1 second behind him now. Went from 2 seconds to 1 second, so cut it by about 9/10 of a second if we can do. And if we are able to do it that quickly, we can catch up to him on the last lap and then step on the brakes right in front of him. So I think our plan should definitely work, but we'll find out. There's the Goodyear blimp up there, EA Sports and NASCAR. But yeah, we're way up here with him now. Coming to the line. 2 laps to go. Who's your leader? It would be Masoon Courteau by 1/10 of a second. Here we come. Barely any time left in the race, but we are definitely going to be able to brake check him here. We are all caught up with him. Here's Ray Selson trying to make a move here on on Mason, excuse me. It's not going to work out for him because we got to be here to do it. You can see some lap cars. They're not going to lap them because, of course, we're going to brake check them. And coming to the line. White flag in the air. Unfortunately, I led this lap, which is going to put a little bit more difficulty on me, but that would be okay because we'll give that lead lap to Max, and we won't have a single problem. Masoon. We'll give that lead lap to Masoon, And it is time to brake check him, or I guess we can just put him in the wall. That also works. So we'll put Ray in the wall there. And that will help those guys catch up just a bit more. But will it be enough? Yes, it definitely will. Here comes the 24. Masoon to the bottom now. Coming out of turn 4. Which one of them is it going to be? Coming to the line. It is going to be Masoon Courteau getting the win here. And taking a look at your point standings, Masoon will get the win. 220 points for him. Ray Selson will get 136. Roll Tide roll with 95, and then it goes down from there. Thank you guys all for watching, and we will see you next time at Rockingham for the Subway 400. No, excuse me, the Pop Secret 400. Peace.